I like that. One of my favorites. One of my favorites is. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite way to learn about the latest gaming news. It's the SAMTIME News. And it's game time. Hello and welcome to the SAMTIME News. We get the latest and greatest news on video games. I'm your host Sam Tucker, aka SAMTIME, and this episode is brought to you by Nigel.com. And I heard they killed a guy. Probably not. Let's get into some stories. First story today, the ACT, aka the Australian Capital Territory, if you understood what I just said, they've just passed R18 legislation for video games, because in Australia, video games can only go up to MA15 plus. It's been a long, hard battle, no pun, don't get an innuendo in there, to get it to R18 level. So this is good news. So now we'll have more sex, tits and guns in video games. Now the Australian Capital Territory, where Canberra and all the big wig politics people, they've proved it. They've put it through first, of course, but in the ACT, I'm pretty sure that's the only spot in Australia where you can get porn legally and fireworks. So I guess, of course, that'd be the first to have the R18 rating for video games. They're a bunch of creepy people. I mean, they're full of politicians, so of course they are. Now it's just up to the rest of the states to follow suit so that they keep on schedule so that the whole legislation will pass on January 2013. There was a thing I was going to say. Oh yeah, that's funny. When they asked the government what will happen if the states don't all pass the legislation by January 2013 on the timetable, they just said, we don't know. We hope they will. Let's deal with it when we're there. We don't know. Politicians, I swear. Alright, next story. The PlayStation 3 has a native YouTube app, because we all know that the web-based YouTube app for the PlayStation sucked balls, really. So now they've come up with a native app, and the cool thing about this one is you can actually control it with your mobile phone, your smartphone. So I actually gave it a shot earlier today. Reviewing finances. Activate YouTube via phone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite way to look at the latest gaming news. It's the SAMTIME News. Turns out that Goku's going to go Super Saiyan and allow you to develop HTML5 games and then make them... Just kidding, it's not available in Australia yet. Some new screenshots have just emerged from Grand Theft Auto 5. Let's take a look. Ooh, look at the lights in that one, and the car in the corner with the cop car and the bloom for the lights in the distance, and there's a guy hanging on the edge. What's he doing? Ooh, look at the water in this one. That's some good water. I mean, you can always judge a game by its water, and that is some pretty damn good water. Oh, look, you're driving a fast car. That car looks kind of from the 80s, and a helicopter was really down low, and a guy's running out of there, and the wind's going, but anyway, you know what's going on. Cool, good on him. I'm not going to throw that at you, Yoda. Screw that. Northland JB Hi-Fi, which is the game retailer here in Australia, of course, they sell pre-owned PlayStation games, or just all sorts of games, and what they've done is, with some of the game cases, they've replaced the official game case cover that usually comes with it, with their own hand-drawn ones by their employees, and some of them are pretty good. Dragon Ball Rising Blast. I can't believe it! His power is over 9,000! Believe it. Army of 2. Where the heck is everyone? Oh, and you see there in that case, MA15 plus, that's the most we can get, but not for long. More sex, tits, and drugs. Fight Night. The first rule about Fight Night. You tell everyone about Fight Night. One of my favorites, though, is SKYRIM. Damn it! Speaking of hang on. Speaking of Fussroda, there is time for the segment which I really love. It's called, Hey Look, I didn't know that was in the game originally. Who put that there? I really don't think it was there, but hey, let's have fun with it since it's there now. Yeah! They've put a dragon in Grand Theft Auto. It's Grand Theft Auto Dragon now.
Move that piece of shit!
It's for Skyrim Dragon because he could do the Fussroda. I love how he puts the shoulder in. Fussroda! Fussroda! Look at his uncoordinated walking. The only thing funnier than his uncoordinated walking is uncoordinated running. No, scratch that. There is something funnier. Uncoordinated swimming. And I love how the cars, they just can't realise that it's a dragon and they hesitate before they fly off into the distance. Is that a dragon? Okay! He goes for the motorbikes as well. Hey Lou, why don't you come to the biking meeting this afternoon? Because that's how bikies talk. Man, you wouldn't believe it. I got knocked off my bike. By a dragon! Lou, you're out of the club. Being a dragon, he can fly. But he still needs a parachute. You're a dragon, you have wings, but you need a parachute. I love that one. And that's been the SAMTIME News. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to join the party and subscribe for weekly gaming news and a bit of gameplay as well. And smack that like button. Hit it hard. And join nozulo.com on their website for the latest gaming news, reviews, and community-based forums that they have over there. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the SAMTIME News.
Subscribe today!
Funk it down!
One of my favourites though is one of my favourites though is one of my I like that one of my favourites is